Hey everybody, and welcome to the bullshit party. And in this video we're gonna be winning the new Lucky Wheel Podium vehicle together. As you can see, I'm gonna be showing my controller, explaining everything along the way, and at the end, winning the Podium vehicle alongside with you. For those of you who are new to my channel, first of all, please subscribe. Second of all, this video is divided into two parts. The first part, we are basically explaining what we did in order to win the Podium vehicle, and the second part is us actually winning it. So if you have seen my videos before, you know what the timers mean, you know what the movement that I just did is, and basically you spun the wheel exactly when I did, and well, right now, you're landing on the Podium vehicle space, in which case, congratulations. Just make sure to select the garage quickly. Now, for the rest of you, let's go back and recap what just happened, because there was a lot of information on screen, but I promise you, by the end of the video, everything is gonna make sense. The first thing that you saw was a countdown timer, and that one is incredibly important. It actually counts down to the last time I press X on my controller, because I'm playing on PlayStation, but this works on all systems and all platforms. Now, back to the timer. If you press X, or confirm on your system, the exact same time as the countdown timer strikes 0, we're going to be able to go into this spinning of the wheel animation. So, basically, the spinning of the wheel is going to happen simultaneously on your console and on the screen on the video you're watching right now. I like to call this part, monkey see, monkey do. You see what I'm doing on screen, then you immediately replicate it on your console. And the way that we're going to be moving the left analog stick is called the 9 to 6 method, and I call it that because if you imagine a big old smiley clock face like this one right here, we are going to be moving the left analog stick to 9 o'clock and then down to 6 following the curvature of the analog slot. What timing and what speed is actually why I have a 2-angle shot of my controller winning the Podium vehicle, so you can see exactly what I'm doing and exactly what speed, timing, etc, etc, etc. And speaking of speed and timing, this timer indicates how much time it takes me to spin the wheel this week after a prompt appears on the top left hand side telling me to actually go ahead and spin the wheel. This is different every week, so please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's vehicle. One incredibly important thing is to have what's called a fresh wheel in front of you, and a fresh wheel looks like this with the clothing on the top and the car 2 spaces left of it. And in order to get a fresh wheel every time you log into GT Online, I recommend starting the game using the invite only session option from single player like you see here, but having a fresh wheel is a must if you want to use the 9 to 6 method. And one more thing to touch upon before we go ahead and spin the wheel this time with all the information that I just gave you is that if you see that you're not gonna land on the Podium vehicle space for whatever reason, maybe your finger slips or maybe you sneezed right before you started doing the 9 to 6 method, whatever the case is, you can always force quit out of the game before the wheel stops spinning and try to spin the wheel again basically immediately. And for reference, on PlayStation 5, force quitting looks something like this, and it's pretty much the same for all the other consoles, and for PC you guys have the task manager. Now, armed with all that knowledge, let's go back and win the Podium vehicle. Now, this is the timer that you want to use, as I said, if you want to sync your game to my footage, so this part we are going to be doing together. So make sure to press X the exact same time the countdown timer strikes 0. So right now you should be syncing your game to my footage, and we're doing the 9 to 6 method at this exact timing. And as you see, if you do it correctly, you are going to be landing on the Podium vehicle space very shortly. But in case you can't, just force quit out of the game and try to spin the wheel again immediately. But if you did everything correctly and you landed on the Podium vehicle space, just make sure to select the garage quickly for your newly acquired Podium vehicle, otherwise you will lose the ability to claim it. And that basically covers everything. Please let me know in the comment section down below if you were able to get the vehicle first try this week. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one.